What's up, guys? Murder of Birds here, and this is it. This is the... Oh my goodness, I'm I'm fanboying so hard right now. This is the episode, this is the anime review for Attack on Titan episode 25, the series finale. This episode was literally perfect. Every single aspect of this anime was perfect in my opinion. You had great animation, pacing, suspense, content, everything. Everything about this episode was perfect, but rather than me fanboy out, I'm just going to give you guys my review, get into the meat and bones of the episode. Annie versus Eren. The rematch that we've been waiting for. Everything about this episode just... Oh my gosh, I can't even get it. Okay, so anyway. So we... Obviously, Eren and Annie are fighting. A lot of people are worried and wondering, how are Titans getting into here? Erwin and Levi are held by the Survey Corps, being questioned about, their contributions and are they traitors and how is this helping humanity and stuff like that. But overall, the meat and bones of this that I'm going to start off with is the Titan fight. So Eren and Annie rematching in the city. What I really liked about this was the fact that, Eren knew what he was in for this time. He knew about that it was Annie. He had a lot more stride. He had a lot more confidence. He had he wasn't just running gunning, and that's what I really liked. Also, which has already been displayed, but I really like how it still was showcased, was the fact that Annie was able to manipulate that crystal substance that she uses. I'm just going to call it crystal. She used it in different ways in this episode. Eren goes to punch her. She uses it on her elbow to form as a counterattack, and I really thought that was pretty cool. And it's pretty much cat and mouse, they get their hits in, Annie gets her hits in, tries to flee the city, Eren's on her ass. And Annie gives it to him so bad, dude. Like, she's punching him in the face, she's punching him in the head, she freaking kicks him, she uses the crystal on her legs, and she breaks his legs off, she uses it on her fist, and she, pounds his face into, nothingness. It was literally blood, gore, and everything, and... A little part that I'm going to get into further down during this review is the fact of her father's flashback. That we get to see a bit more, and maybe the fact that maybe he had something to do with this. Maybe he's the motivation behind what she is doing. We don't really quite know, but that's just something I'm going to hold off for later. But another thing another thing that I wanted to get into was Eren. He's down in the dumps. He's about, Annie looks like she's about to get away, and he taps into his Titan instinct, I want to say. He pretty much goes feral. He has this crazy looking transformation. He has this glow to him, and he has this voice that's kind of human mixed with Titan, something very feral like. And he just goes wild. He's on a rampage. He's going crazy on Annie. He's ripping her face off, breaking her arms and legs, tearing her limb from limb. And he even says in a pretty demonic type of voice, I'm going to kill all the Titans. And at one point he also says, I'm going to destroy the entire world. So this to me makes it seem like, Eren is giving in too much to his Titan instincts. He's just trying to just give all of it in. He's trying, and it's kind of like what Armin said, in order to be a monster, you have to give up your humanity. And that seems like what it was in this episode with Eren pretty much sacrificing his humanity, sacrificing his being to get the job done. So I thought that was really weird. I thought that was pretty awesome, but at the same time extremely scary in his situation. So, they're duking it out, blow for blow, fist for fist, and Annie's trying to escape as well, obviously. She's outnumbered. Eren's going crazy. She wasn't expecting it. You got the Survey Corps that's backing him up to some degree, and she uses her crystals again on her nails to form as some kind of, kind of claw-like to scale the walls and try to get out. And she's getting destroyed. Eren's not giving her an inch. He's scaling up the walls with her, grabbing her legs and stuff like that, trying to keep her down. Mikasa comes in. She's not letting her get away. She's like, Annie, you're not getting away. I'm gonna make sure you don't get away. If even if Eren's losing himself to you. And she cuts her fingers off. She falls down. And this is where I really thought Eren's losing it. He's going on a crazy rampage, literally losing his humanity with every second. He's ripping her face, he's punching her legs and arms off. He's ripping her, her nape skin off. He's saying he's going to kill everyone. He's going to destroy the world and stuff like that. And that was pretty deep. That was pretty intense for Eren. Eren the whole time, we know him as he wants to save everyone. He wants to destroy all the Titans for what happened to his mother and what's happening to humanity and stuff. But at the same time, he's sacrificing his humanity as a Titan, and that could come back to bite him, because we already know from past episodes he has given into Titan instincts, and I'm just wondering if that could cause, further implications down the road, because we're getting hints of that now, but as we find out later on, he's about to eat her, actually. He's about to eat Annie, the only evidence, the only thing that they have against, the Titans, anything of a countermeasure, and he's about to eat her, and he just sees Annie lying there, with tears in her eyes, and he just can't bring himself to do it. And I think that's what stopped him, he also says it too, that's what stopped him from pretty much doing the deed of killing her. And I feel like humanity is still within him, but I really was on the edge of my seat with knowing and seeing that Eren was losing his humanity with every inch, and that was probably the biggest concept of the episode for me. The biggest suspense for me was definitely that. But anyways, Annie was not captured, unfortunately. Her crystal power, her crystal ability is pretty awesome. It's unbreakable, and she ends up using that as a last-ditch effort. If I'm going down, I'm not going to give these guys anything. And she crystallizes herself, and pretty much she's protected within that barrier. She's unconscious, and they pretty much have no way of getting to her. Levi comes in last second and grabs Eren because the Titan forms are combining from the crystal as well, and Eren gets saved by Levi, which I thought that was pretty awesome. Also, I left out in the review, but it was also noted that Erwin's pretty much dealing with the Survey Corps as far as the aftermath of everything that's happened with the casualties, and was it worth it, even though they didn't get any information out of it. But I really thought overall this episode was freaking amazing. And to touch up more on the past thing that I mentioned about Annie's father, I'm just wondering, what do you guys think as well? Annie's father, he definitely has a lot to do with the motivation, the drive, and the after effects of everything that's Annie's done. Especially, he also says he's in pretty much from what he says. He tells her, even if the world hates you, even if you become an enemy to everyone in the world, you will always have your father, and I promise me that you'll come back. So I'm really interested to see what he has to do in this whole concept of Annie being a Titan and doing what she's doing. But anyways, guys, that's my review. I'm sorry if I rambled on, but this episode was freaking amazing. The series as a whole was amazing. I love Attack on Titan, and I really do hope that they make a season 2. Let me know how you guys felt about this episode, about the anime in general and anything like that. But that's it for my review, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.